Hi there and welcome back to another Papetti Math YouTube video tutorial where I'm going to be teaching you Algebra 1. And in this video, we're going to be finishing up our exercise on, oh, no, we're not, because we have another page. So we are not going to be finishing up, but we're going to be continuing on in our exercises on graphing lines found in Lesson 1 of Chapter 3. So it says right here, determining an appropriate scale is very important when it comes to graphing linear equations. Take a look at the equation in exercise number 3 and determine the most appropriate scale to graph the line. So let's go back and let's look at these two equations. These two equations dealt with numbers like 1/2 and 3, -2 and 1. So we were able to just assume that this graph went up by ones because we were able to fit it on the graph. But now if we're looking at this equation here, we have y equals 50x plus 25. So if we start our y-intercept at 25, that means we have to go up to 25 on our y-axis. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't have 25 lines to go up by, let alone then go up by 50 lines from there. So let's think about what the y-intercept is. The y-intercept, or the b value, is going to be 25. So I'm going to want to start at 25, and I want to move from there 50 over, remember integers are all over 1, so I'm going to go up 50 units from 25 over 1. So I'm only going over 1 unit. So my x scale would be safe by going up by ones, because I'm only going over again by 1 unit at a time. So I'm going to label this as my x values, but my y values are where we're going to have to change. Okay. My y values, on the other hand, I'm going to start at 25 and go up by 50s. So it looks like I think maybe I'll go up by 25s. That might help. 50, 75, 100, 125, 150, -25, -50, -75, -100, and so on. So now I have enough information to graph, because now my y-intercept again is 25, so I'm going to start my graph at 25, and then from this point I'm going to move up 50, right 1. Up 50 units, so that's 25, then 50, over 1. So although I'm going up 2 units on the graph, it's really representing 50 units using my scale. So I'm going up 2550 over 1, 2550 over 1, 2550 over 1. And again, when I run out of room, I'm going to go down 2550 over 1, down 2550 over 1, and continue that pattern all the way until the edge of my graph, which is right here. Once I have all the points that fit on that plane, I'm going to connect them as straight as possible. And once I do that, I'll finalize it by adding arrows to the end of my line to show that that line goes on forever in both directions. And now I'll answer my 2 questions. What did I choose as the scale for my axis? And I chose the y-axis was scaled by 25. Now, probably the reason I chose that was because I had a 25 here and a 50 here. So the greatest common factor, maybe I was thinking along those lines, was 25 of 25 and 50. Maybe I was thinking that I didn't want to go up by 50s because then I'd have to start with 25 in the middle of 2 lines. So either of those explanations are perfectly fine. But the y-axis was scaled by 25, and the x-axis by 1. Did you scale both axes or just one? And I chose just one because the slope was 50 over 1, which means for every 50 units, the line went up I only had to go over one unit to the right. I didn't have to go up 50 over 50. If I was going up 50 over 50, then that would be a slope of 50 over 50, which is 50 divided by 50, which is just a slope of 1. So since I didn't have to go up a large number and over a large number, I had to go up a decently large number and over just one. I only scaled one of my axes. So right here, we have our answers to A and B. We have our graphed line with the first time that we changed a scale on the axes. If this video was helpful in changing the scale and graphing a line that looked like y equals 50, x plus 25, then give this video a thumbs up to let me know that it helped you out. You're now ready for exercise number 4 in this lesson on graphing lines. Good luck.